Hey, I get it. You're looking at, should I hire someone? Should I just do it myself? Let me ask you this. If you're doing things yourself, how are you ever going to scale? I've been thinking small when I first started practice. I thought, you know what? I've watched other doctors start a one-person office, two-people office, and some of them didn't even have an assistant at all or a receptionist answering the phone. So I thought to myself at the time, I said, you know what? This doctor seems to live a comfortable life. They only have a part-time receptionist or not even a receptionist at all. But I've also listened to other doctors who are, why did you become a doctor to begin with? And they asked me that question, and I said, because I want to help a lot of people. Like why and how my mom has been helped. So they said, if you want to help a lot of people, how do you think you can do that and maximize that? And I said, I'm going to try to work on as many people as I can in a day. They said, okay, so if you're focused on working with people, how are people going to find out more about you and who's going to answer the phone? And I said, well, maybe I can answer the phone part-time. And he says, how are you going to scale? So I thought about that. And in 2009, when I started to practice, a year ago, I had a call with my mentor, and he says, you need to start off with someone in the office right away. So I started off with someone in the office right away. And at the beginning, we were just twirling our thumbs, wondering, what are we going to do? We only had 3-4 patients, 5-6 patients a day. So we actually spent time going to Chamber of Commerce conferences. We started going door to different offices, introducing people to what we actually do. Well, she was able to carry things for me and hold on to things and answer the phone and emails. Technology has changed now a lot since 2009, and now it's 2023. Since then, we have not only 4 more assistants in the office, we have 3 other providers besides myself. We have a team of 8 in our office now, and virtually we have over 40 virtual assistants working with our clients. Now, why do I ask at the beginning if you want to just work on your own or do you actually want to grow? I initially thought that I was going to do everything on my own. I said, you know what, I'm going to keep overhead down, I'll do everything on my own. But my mentor has opened up to me that if you just do everything on your own, you cannot scale. He says you cannot possibly help as many people as you could if you actually have the right people on your team. And I've thought about that from the get-go, and I've been working with multiple staff members ever since. But in 2016, here was my dilemma. Facebook started getting bigger, and Instagram, YouTube, and I realized maybe I need to figure this out. Well, yeah, I was trying to figure it all out on my own. Once again, didn't want to hire anybody. At the time, I only had 2 staff members and another doctor. So we only in the office, we only had a team of 4. Virtually, I had 0. I was coming in on weekends, Saturdays, Sundays for about 3-4 hours in the morning just to figure out, okay, what type of graphics do I need? What should I be? I was taking pictures and editing it and then putting it online. And finally, as I was looking for people who can do that, I was thinking about hiring a staff in-house. And something popped up that says a virtual assistant. I have never heard of the term virtual assistant before, so I had no idea what that actually was. I started researching what a virtual assistant actually is. And that's when I hired my first virtual assistant. The best thing that a virtual assistant did at the beginning, I was able to communicate the ideas that I had. I took the pictures, uploaded onto Google Drive, and she took those pictures and says, hey, Dr. Tam, you mean this or like that? And then eventually I started shooting videos like this, and it will be edited, and then we get the full video uploaded. Every single day I would do that. I said, okay, I'm going to spend 5 minutes of my time shooting a video, and then it'll get uploaded. Wow. At the beginning, was it hard? Did they know exactly what I wanted? No, they didn't know exactly what I wanted, but it was better than me doing it. But eventually, a few weeks go by, we critique each other on, they critique me on how I should be shooting a video. Then I give them feedback on how they should be editing their video, what kind of ideas, background music. We started learning a lot more about each other. And eventually, I thought, this is amazing. I was able to save. The amount of work that it took to do all of that is at least 30 to 40 hours. First, I have to learn it. You can't just do it. Let's say you want to shoot, record, edit a video. You gotta learn how to shoot it. How's the lighting? How's the sound? You gotta figure all that out. Then you have to learn about how to edit it. Which softwares do you use? The editing is what takes a long time. See, shooting a video can take a few minutes, but editing the same video can take a few hours. Make sure the lighting's right, the sound's right. Now, if you do have a few hours out of your time that you can dedicate to this, great. But I didn't. My focus was on taking great care of patients, and I didn't have the time. But over time, what I did was I realized, where do I need help most? Is it going to be getting social media out? Then we hired another virtual assistant to do blogs, to do ads, Facebook ads. We eventually have our own Facebook ads team, our Google ads team, writing newsletters. To be able to have virtual assistants is a godsend, right? Because there's no way I'll be able to do what I'll be able to do without the virtual assistants that we have. And every single day, I feel very grateful to have people, wherever they are in the rest of the world. I've never met them. I've never met the virtual assistants in person. We've talked a lot on the phone and through video, but I've never met our virtual assistants in person. So for those of you who think, I need to have someone in the office, do you really? With the technology nowadays, they can tap into your computer, you can share your screen, you can have meetings. Part of the business, at least, can be handled virtually or through the phone. I had doubts though. At the beginning, if you have doubts, I had doubts at the beginning because I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to do as good of a job as me. Well, that's my own fault for not knowing how to delegate, how to coach, how to lead the right way. See, so that's an art in itself. But take the first step. Look at getting a virtual assistant. Don't be like me and think that I can do it all. From 2009 to 2016, those 7 years, I could never get back. But if I would have thought to myself, you know what, I need to scale and get a virtual assistant. Virtual assistants has been a thing ever since the internet was a thing. You think about calling AT&T. It may not be someone from the US answering the phone, maybe someone from another country answering the phone. How long has that been going? That goes as far back when phones were in existence. So they were virtual assistants back then. We're just using it with different technology. So it's worked out amazing for me. I believe my business probably would have grown even more had I started using a virtual assistant. Someone even told me that having a virtual assistant was possible, and the things that a virtual assistant can do for our practice, answering phones, editing brochures, creating new stickers, anything that you need that you could do on the computer or on the phone, it can be handled through a virtual assistant. All right, guys, hope I enlightened you on some of the problems that I had at the beginning and how I was able to solve them through virtual assistants. So take a look at it. If you're interested in one, reach out to me. All right, talk to you soon.